Lulu, it's so nice to meet you. You're so awesome in this. I just watched both movies back to back, and they are badass.
Thank you. I've been meaning to do a double feature myself. I gotta do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun to watch back to back. And god dang it, last night when I was watching, I was like, I don't think I've seen anyone do this much damage with a machete since Jason Voorhees.
Oh my God, I love that.
You
Yeah, I
went
know.
crazy on it. It was
I
awesome.
was hacking away. That was one of
Now,
my favorite days on set.
now, first question: are we getting a Becky trilogy? Because this seems like you guys have really made a character that's just getting going.
I don't know how much I can say about this, but like keep your hopes up. Because there could be something on the way.
Oh, I can work with that. I could totally work with that. That's exciting. I think we just need to set Becky in the John Wick universe and have a
Oh, yeah.
crossover.
I mean, they're pretty similar people. Like, just don't mess with their dogs, and like, I guess you'll be fine. But no,
No, I really I thought some of the choreography and everything was amazing. The practical effects are just wonderful and disgusting. Were there any effects from this film or the original that like legitimately grossed you out?
Oh, I think okay. This is a good question. I don't know if any from the second because I was just like so into it the whole time. But watching the special effects people on the first film do the ruler through the neck situation was pretty disgusting because they had like a fake head and neck and they were just like pumping blood through this thing. It was a little disgusting, but also amazing. I'm not like one to get grossed out really easily, but I could kind of feel that one myself. So
Right. But now you've been completely desensitized by this one, so it's no big deal anymore.
I'm wanting that gore. Like, bring it on.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I've kind of come to a point where it's weird. Like movie gore doesn't bother me at all. I love it. But like, if I see real, like footage of somebody having surgery, I'll pass right out. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know
used
why.
to watch like plastic surgery shows as a child all the time. So I feel like I'm just like desensitized to it all now.
No kidding.
But
Uh, I will ask now. You've worked with two guys now who are known for they're just hilarious, with James and Sean both. What was it like being around two naturally really funny guys like that while they're trying to play these serious evil characters?
yeah, I mean, it was really fascinating for both of them to kind of see the switch. I remember in the first film, I was like sitting in the tent with Kevin James and he was singing, he was like, "Oh, what a night," like over and over again. And then it was like right before I gouged his eye out. And it just like that, that switch is just, it's fascinating to me. It's hilarious too. But it's impressive. And same with Sean. Like Sean is the nicest person I think I've ever met in my whole entire existence. My 17 years on this planet. He's amazing. Like and seeing him like go from like talking like gushing about his family to being this terrible neo-Nazi on screen. It's just it's flooring and impressive.
I just talked to Sean like a half hour ago, and I didn't think it was possible for somebody to be that nice. Like,
I know,
it's insane how nice he is. It doesn't feel real.
Yeah, no, but it's so real.
I was like, are you fucking with me? Like,
no,
you can't be this nice.
he's just the best.
He's great.
It's amazing too to not have to deal with like a method actor. So
have you had any of those in your day?
Not yet, but I'm always afraid of them.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of my characters are having to deal with some pretty shitty people, and it's like, just be nice to me and we won't have a problem.
Now, Becky, I mean, she's so badass, and there's been a few badass female protagonists, over the years. Is there anyone specifically that like inspired you for Becky, where you were like, I want to mold her like this? Like, who would that be?
I mean, there were a few. I don't think I can narrow it down to just one, but I'm obsessed with, oh my God, I can't remember her name, which is such a problem. But
name the movie and I'll try to help.
Promising Young Woman.
What is it?
Promising Young Woman.
Promising Young. Oh, I haven't seen
it. Oh my God, you have to see it. I don't know, like you have, it's amazing. The main character, her last name's like Mulligan. I think it's Mulligan. I don't know. I'm really bad.
Is it Carrie Mulligan?
Yes, it is. She is amazing in that. I'm so bad with names, but she is amazing in that movie. And it's not a very similar movie to Becky, but her vibe in that, and also, I okay, for the third movie, I'm wanting like a Gone Girl vibe. I was gonna say Gone Girl vibe for the second movie, but like, no, we're gonna carry that on to the third. No, her character in Promising Young Woman, I took a lot of inspiration from that, and just like all the characters that are really female ragey, I needed to draw inspiration from.
That's yeah, there's a few of those, but I love them. I love those characters. I was thinking, I mean, I felt like I was getting some Bride from Kill Bill vibes a little bit, like, but I was like, oh, this is
Yeah,
never gonna
no,
go away.
definite Kill Bill vibes in Wrath of Becky. Of course, Kill Bill is like everything.
It's the greatest. I love
Yeah.
that movie. Now, not to get too spoilerish, but you do have a reunion with Kate Siegel in this movie. And, had the two of you kept in touch at all, like since Haunting of Hill House?
I mean, like, I'm not great at keeping in touch with anyone, but we had dinner the other night and it was amazing. Like, Kate is we're very similar people, and she's such a talented actress. It was really exciting to work with her. Hoping that she'll make an appearance in the third. But she's fantastic. It was really fun, like getting to do our like 2 seconds of time together. She's such a strong character, a strong human.
Yeah. Yeah, she's somebody else who, I mean, she's great in everything that she's in. I feel like she's somebody who's like very underrated as an actress.
I
Like,
totally
just
agree.
doesn't get the credit she deserves.
Oh, she's amazing, and an
Yeah.
amazing human being too.
Now, speaking of, I gotta say, I love your horror movies. I mean, Annabelle Creation and Ouija Origin of Evil, they're outstanding. And I feel like, it's like if there's a horror genre, like if there's a horror franchise that's just not doing so well, call Lulu and she'll come pick it up for you.
Oh yeah, of course. Give me a call.
Yeah,
I'll look
just
right
give her
there.
a call
I love horror.
and she'll make it great. That's all you need. Is horror a genre that you'd like to come back to, or do you feel more like been there, done that?
No, I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, like let's move on to other things, but horror will always be my favorite thing to watch and my favorite thing to do. I've been doing it for like ever. And yeah, it's just always gonna have that place in my heart, and I'd love to come back to it. But I'd love to do a very creative horror movie, like something very A20. I'm very into A24. So something
Me too. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to a point where I've seen so many movies that like the more bizarre they are, like the more I love them, because you see so many things that are just so formulaic, right?
Yeah, I'm not so into the classic like scare. I like the more psychological, disturbing, that kind of vibe, and I'd love to visit that.
Okay, so as a fellow film nerd, what's your favorite horror movie? What's like your go-to? What is it?
Barbarian.
Barbarian was awesome. I talked to Justin Long for that, and it was so much fun. He's also a guy who is just ridiculously nice. It's just
really, that is so good to hear. He seems like it. He's so amazing. Like, oh my God,
so nice.
Like, that movie's so fucked up, but I love it.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was great. And I love how it's almost like two separate movies, right? There's like the first half and the second half. I recently I'm out in New Mexico filming right now, and I recently rewatched it with one of my castmates, and I was like, you need to just wait until the switch, and he flipped over it. It's such a great movie. It's fantastic. Barbarian, and I think Barbarian and Everything Everywhere All at Once were like my two favorite movies of last year.
Yeah, that's 100% fair. I think Barbarian will take the cake for me for a while until something I'm more interested in comes along.
Until you star in something that just picks it. Now, clearly I'm a comic book guy. I work for ComicBook.com. So I wanted to ask, like, I don't know how many people know this, but I know that you played Donna Strange for Doctor Strange, right? But your scene got cut. So so what the hell? I wanted to know, like, first off, what was your reaction to that? And would you be open to reprising that role if Marvel called again?
Yes, of course. Like, who wouldn't be? But I filmed that when I was in like 5th grade. Like, I was really, really young. It was just like a couple days of me on set. Like, I'm not gonna say what I did because, like, I don't know if it's like I died. Because she's
you
dead.
died.
Yeah, like the whole thing is like Donna Strange is dead, and like Doctor Strange is like,
Yeah,
dead.
that makes sense.
So I was dead. I died. But I remember being like, I was a little bit pissed. I was like, come on, like that would have been a good moment, and that would have been like fun for me. But
Sure.
I was to it again. I mean, it was Scott Derrickson directing that, and I'm such a big fan of his.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of another guy that like the Black Phone was fantastic.
I love Black Phone and
Yeah.
Madeline McGraw, who I'm close with, and her sister Violet. Like she's
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
good.
I've talked to both of them too, and they're so sweet. They're so nice and just good people. And but yeah, I mean, I'm even if Donna Strange is dead, I feel like with the whole multiverse thing, like there's definitely a way
She
they
could
could
be
pull you
anywhere.
back in to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if not Donna Strange and somebody, I mean, I know like Mike Flanagan, for example, is like pitched, doing a Clayface movie for DC. Are there any just like dream comic book characters like Marvel or DC? They can be heroes or villains or whoever that you would just sort of chomp at the bits to get a hold of.
I'm not like super versed on comic books, but I would love to be some sort of anti-hero. Um, I don't know if you know this comic. It's not in the Marvel or DC universe. It's called Nimona. It's
No, I don't know that.
amazing. And she's a superhero, but it's kind of like off the beaten path. And I was obsessed with it for like all of middle school, and that would be amazing. But also like, isn't there a superhero called like Squirrel Girl?
Yeah,
I feel like,
yes.
yeah, like you sign me up. I'll be Squirrel Girl. Like that's so great.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, I'm sure that you'd kill it. And I mean, Becky's practically a superhero now. So, I mean, you even have like your own suit now. So it's awesome.
I so do. Yeah,
Yes, you
exactly.
do. Yes, you do. Lulu, this was fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. I love the movies and I'm excited for this possible third one.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.